Hey guys! Back on the webcam for today's video because whenever I decide to make one, I never have my good camera on me. So Halloween's just over a week away, and I've been on a serious horror movie binge lately, so today I thought it'd be fun to discuss my top 10 favorite horror movies. I'm absolutely obsessed with horror, and it's the genre of film that I would like to work in, so I thought it'd be cool to share my favorite movies with you, which was surprisingly hard to narrow down to just 10. These movies are in no particular order because, as I mentioned, it was really hard to narrow it down to 10 favorite movies, so it'd be even harder to list them in order of preference. So here we go! My first favorite horror movie is The Strangers. This movie is really creepy just because it's something that could happen to anybody. And at the beginning of the movie it says it's based on true events, and a lot of people are like, oh, no, they don't really believe that horror movies are actually based off of that, but this one's not really based off of one event that happened in particular. It's just based off the fact that some people like to go around killing people for no reason. Just the concept of it was really creepy, and the movie itself was pretty well done, so it's one of my faves. My second favorite horror movie is The Conjuring. This movie had some genuinely creepy images that just kind of made my skin crawl, and I thought the storyline of it was pretty cool. When I saw it, I was actually really impressed with how much it scared me. My third favorite is Dead Silence. Although this movie had a lot of cheesy jump scares and stuff, I found it really creepy, mainly because I have a fear of ventriloquist dolls, and in the movie they made them look so creepy, and especially when they're in the old theater and there's a clown doll as well. I'm not really a big fan of clowns, I don't have a phobia of them, but they made it look so creepy. I've probably watched it 20 times. It still gets to me every time. I know something's coming, but it's just the fact that it deals with ventriloquist dummies, and I do not like them. My fourth favorite is Sinister. This is actually probably one of my higher favorite movies, just because it's so fucked up. I think the part that really disturbed me the most was when the guy found the videotapes and was playing them, and just I don't know, the music that went with it, and just how it was, the way that the videos were shot, it was so creepy. It was, well, sinister. The ending was a little predictable, but it still surprised me, and I thought it was really well done. Except for that one part at the very end when the ghoul's face just pops out on the screen. I was just really, you're gonna end the movie with that, but I'll let it slide for now. My fifth favorite movie is The Collection. This is also up on my top block along with Sinister, and it's mostly just from editing point of view, because that's mainly what I want to get into. I fangirl so hard over the intro. I'll link it here, so if you want to click here. Wow, the lighting changed and I look really pale. Anyways, as I was saying, the intro is so well done, and even the video is titled The Best Horror Movie Intro Ever. I just think it's just the way they use the music and the sound effects, especially when he's pulling out the knife, it's so crisp and clear. It gets to you psychologically. Just the way that the images are put together, it's very back and forth with just little creepy images. You're not really sure what's going on, but it's something about it just really gets to you. So every time I watch the movie, I'm just like this for the intro. That was a really creepy face. But aside from the intro, the movie itself was pretty cool. It had some really gory scenes in it, which I thought was awesome, because while I do like psychological aspects to a horror film, I am a sucker for some good gore. Which actually leads me to my sixth favorite one, which is Hostel Part 3. This one I didn't find it scary at all, but I just liked it for the gore factor. Just the idea of people betting on how people are gonna die, and how violent their deaths are going to be. It's really fucked up. It actually kind of reminds me of the Hunger Games. Number 7 is Devil. This movie had a really interesting concept because it mostly took place in an elevator, which is a really small place to make a horror movie. But but I thought it was really well done, and the ending really surprised me, and I know a lot of people were just My eighth favorite is Haunting in Connecticut, the first one. The second one wasn't too bad, but I prefer the first one just because it has a little more creepier aspect to it. I found the second one was kind of cheesy. Those were the good old days with Shia LaBeouf. Number 9 is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm a fan of the 2003 remake. I didn't really like the 3D one that came out recently. And although horror movies back in 1970s or 80s, they were pretty cool concept and stuff. I think with the advancements in technology and just the special effects and, well, the gore, they kind of upped it a little in the 2003 remake, so I really enjoyed that. And number 10 is 30 Days of Night, because this was a really good vampire movie. The vampires in this movie were terrifying, which, you know, they're supposed to be. Like, I mean, they suck your blood, basically, and kill you. I think the creepiest part was when there was, like, that, I think it was the girl, I don't know, it's been a while since I've seen the movie, and she's just on the streets and the group of vampires just come around her and she's like on her knees, like, you know, she's like, oh my god, I am gonna die, so she's like saying, I'm gonna pray to God, and the vampire is just like, God, there's no God, and then it just goes to shit. Ugh. I just really liked it. The second one sucked, so I'm kind of disappointed in that. Going back to my second favorite one, The Conjuring, for a second, what the hell with Annabelle? That kind of rhymed. Annabelle was the prequel to The Conjuring because at the beginning of The Conjuring, it shows them with like two nurses who had this doll named Annabelle and they thought it was possessed and blah 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 blah. And so Annabelle was the pre-sequel to The Conjuring, and it was explaining how the doll, you know, got possessed and what happened to the people who owned the doll before it. And it sucked. It was so bad. Like, I went to see it with my friend and we were laughing the whole time. Like, everyone else in the theater's like, ah! And we're just like, ha. I was really disappointed because I thought it was gonna be good because, you know, dolls creep me out. Like I mentioned with Dead Silence, like although Annabelle wasn't a ventriloquist doll, she was still kind of creepy. It's kind of funny because in real life the Annabelle doll is just your average Raggedy Ann doll, but in the movie they just had to make her more scarier. So that's my top 10 favorite horror movies. It's not a horror movie, but if you do want to laugh, I recommend you check out the ABCs of Death. I watched it on Netflix a while ago because it was under the horror category, and you know, the cover looked kind of cool, so I'm like, all right, I'll try this, and it's ridiculous. Letter F is my personal favorite. So that's all for today's video. I plan to do one around Halloween because I made my costume this year and I'm really proud of how it turned out. I'm going as Little Sister from BioShock, and the video will probably be posted about a day or two after Halloween, so like I can show you pictures of what I actually looked like, you know, fully dressed up with makeup and hair and all that fun stuff. So yeah, be sure to stay tuned for that, and until next time, I will see you guys and have a happy Halloween. Did I scare you? No, I didn't think so. This is why jump scares suck.